Hey folks, Chris here, top of the episode, to say thank you to our Patreon individuals who continue to support us for some crazy reason. They are Taylor, Drowrin, Miles, Randy, Yam, Colby, Thomas, Randy G, Laszlo, Hovo, H-O-V-O, Jeremy, Ben, and Garth. Again, thank you guys for your continued support of the show here. We are extremely humbled by it. And we have some really cool news to share. We hit 10,000 downloads for the year so far. That's huge. This is by far the most downloads I've ever had on a podcast I've done, so it's kind of a weird area, but I just want to say thank you to everybody who's listened, continued to listen, shared with their friends, shared on subreddits, anything like that. Spread the word. It's wild, man. I gotta be completely honest. I'm kind of flabbergasted. So thank you. I really appreciate it. We started Traveler today, got the character creation done, and the first episode recorded. So excited for you guys to hear that in a few weeks. But we got a couple more here when it comes to Delta Green before we jump into that. So that's all I got. I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy this next episode. So I can report that these agents from this organization, well, they done reached out to some contacts. They have started putting the feelers out, and I feel like they're closing in. I think they know what's going on here. I think they understand what's going on. And I think we got to be ready for what they're going to bring. Now we got to figure out, is it they going to be friendly, or if they're going to want a war?
Where were we, guys?
Tyler had just got into a Ghoul question mark face and called him out.
Yeah, so you guys had gone in search of what led to this whole harumph. Agent Ocelot broke into the funeral home.
Yep.
Yes.
Discovered some secrets.
Yes.
And then you guys were like, okay, we just need to go fucking
Some human beef
confront
jerky?
them.
That's
Question mark?
Question mark?
Tasted great.
Prosciutto?
Yeah.
Dot,
great.
question mark?
Long pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we decided that subtleness is not worth it.
Yes.
And so is currently...
We're waiting on the teams from Delta Green because we asked for more teams from
We
Delta
did,
Green.
because
Yeah.
we're pretty sure. We're like 85 to 90% positive we got a ghoulie outbreak here.
And
Yeah.
either way, we know this guy's involved with some shit
Yeah.
with dead bodies.
So currently now, if I remember correctly, it is Oracle, Ocelot, and whatever the other O person is.
Orion.
Orion. Talking to said
Jeremiah Ashcott.
Jeremiah Ashcott, and my character Oak is near the road looking for police vehicles coming down the Druid Hills Watch Patrol,
so
that she can make a bird noise to let everybody know that we got cops in the area.
So I think it's also important to note that we waited till this morning to confront because our handler said, okay, we'll give you some thermite grenades. Worst case happens, you put that thing in your mouth and you pull the pin. And so I showed Ashcott some pictures of the human meat area, and Ocelot pulled a pin on his grenade and like threatened him.
Yeah.
Or like showed him it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're at the I think the last thing I told him was I showed him the picture. Jake, you said he kind of like definitely got a reaction out of him.
Yes.
And I told him this doesn't need to go badly.
Right.
We were just a possibility of a deal, but we need to know
need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Right. And then also, I know that Oracle had a shotgun in a bag over his shoulder.
Yeah, I don't think anybody had weapons out.
No.
I know Oak has a gun on her, like kind of probably tucked in behind her.
I have my
her
service
waistband,
pistol, not out.
So
I think that's where we left off. It was only last week, so I mean, can't
Cool.
forget that.
it literally
one.
was a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, with it, as soon as you're like, but we need to know what's going on, he, hearing that you said, there is a possibility of an arrangement, he said, well, what are your terms?
Ooh, negotiations. They have commenced.
So he just says, what are our terms?
Mm-hmm.
That depends. What's actually happening here?
How much do you know?
So I'm going to, what's the kid's name?
Henry Venable.
Henry
Venable.
Where's Henry Venable?
He is safe.
Human.
He is with us.
And who's us? How many of us are there?
Bless you.
Boop.
Agents don't sneeze.
He's true. Agents don't sneeze. Cody, get the fuck
dang
out
it.
of
Get
here.
out of here! He's a ghoul.
I know it. So you ask him how many.
When he says, like, he's with us, I'm asking, like, who's us?
We are a group that has been tested by time and culture, Agent. We are many. We have him safe, and the situation is under control.
Can we talk to him?
No.
I kind of, at this point, like, look at the other two, like, what's the vibe you're getting off this guy? And actually, can I roll human on that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm also going to roll human.
Yep.
Do I even need to?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Fine.
Do I even need to?
I probably just believe him. 71 over 30.
Okay.
I got 57 under 90.
Yeah. You guys both don't think he's lying about anything.
Okay. I would probably ask him, like,
And I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
You guys can also, with human, I kind of consider it more than just like, is he lying? If you guys are looking for like the emotions that he is trying to hide or give.
That's kind of the vibe I'm going for, but I mean, I fail my roll.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would
so he's
definitely-
kind of stonewalling you.
Agent Oracle is definitely a body reader when it comes to human, more, I would say. So he would be looking for, like, body cues.
You can tell that he's very practiced. His hands are politely behind his back.
He's composed.
He's composed. He doesn't look like he feels threatened. It doesn't look like he's like sweating or nervous, really. More
He doesn't
just
think of this as a threat.
right. He's more just trying to talk his way inside.
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
damage control. Like he's looking to make the best of whatever the situation is.
Right.
Gotcha.
So he claims Henry is alive and well. We can't see him.
Right.
Cannot talk. Is Henry still human?
He's indisposed currently.
And that means
Minecraft is a drug.
Unavailable. I do apologize, Agent. He's unavailable at the moment.
where is he?
He's safe with us.
Here? Is he in Druid Hills?
Yes.
And I imagine everybody that went to the Grey Malkin school is probably still here.
Yes.
Ooh, that was a good question.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not reveal anything that we know, but
Right.
I mean, I guess at this point, so he doesn't look like threatened. He's just stonewalling us.
Right.
I would probably ask, why don't any of the families have any photos of the Grey Malkin students?
You would have to talk to them.
Yeah, we've tried.
I just look at Orion and I'm like, I think we have to. We need to tell him. We need leverage here. We need to tell him what we know.
I mean, you guys go for it.
All right.
I basically I wanted to get him in a position where we could question him.
Right.
It
that's
sounds
fair.
like he's down to at least talk a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll just say we've got a bunch of teams coming down. This isn't the first time we've dealt. So far as I've heard from the reports and from Oak here, especially, first time we've dealt with a situation like this, and the last time they really came down hammering hard from our organization. When these types of threats, I don't need to go into our organization. All you need to know is that We need to find a deal together, because what we're seeing here and the thing we came to investigate is a problem for us. And this is our job to contain these situations. And we're willing to, work with you to find out the best way, the best compromise where we can limit the impact of this while, ultimately.
Let's put it this way. Yeah, let's put it this way. We came down here because we think there are some missing children. Now, it turns out the only odd thing we found is that there's missing kids. And you're telling me one of them is alive and well. If you can prove that to us, then maybe we don't have a problem here.
Oh,
but if you can't, then we do have a problem here.
I'm telling you, Agent, that they're all alive and well. And we will remain alive and well for the end of time.
Oh.
Yeah,
that seems like a normal answer.
Listen, I know that Henry is in the manor. I confirmed it myself.
So you saw that he is alive and well.
That's
probably playing his game.
That's the thing that I think we have different definitions of. It did not seem like he was alive and well.
What did you see, Agent?
He stank.
I saw and heard very strange noises and actions. I don't think you can pull the wool over my eyes on this. I think we know.
Strange as in how, Agent?
Who's interrogating who here?
It's not exactly normal to be making the noises that Henry was making.
It's quite normal for us.
And it's also not normal to be smelling the way that room smelled.
I assure you, Agent, it's quite normal for us.
Oh, I see.
This is like a puberty video.
See, and that's the trick, is normal. Our ways of operating in society are different. So normal is different to us. So as long as your normal isn't so impactful for us, then that's where we can maybe strike a compromise.
Our normal isn't impacting your normal whatsoever.
Okay, so what
Our normal is isolated here to Druid Hills.
And so the disappearing
You're the
kids.
interloper.
Okay, that's fair, but the kids being missing, that's not quite kosher. So I understand that you're disappearing kids and that they're alive and well, but them just leaving society outside of their will, perhaps, is a little concerning.
Agent, people choose to disappear all the time. If I wanted to up and move to the mountains, I'm perfectly well within my right to do so.
But kids? Can they make that decision?
I've not made that decision for anyone.
What is your end game?
We are in it.
Ooh, ooh,
oh, damn.
oh.
I had to react to that.
Yeah.
I'm reacting right now.
I'm really glad Oak isn't near there.
She'd pull a pistol out and start blasting.
She would, absolutely.
What exactly?
I mean, honestly, like, Orion's kind of on the same boat. Like, he wants to kill all of them, but he needs to figure out some way to, like, stall for kill teams, basically. But so he's saying, they're in their end game. It's like, so you've just been living peacefully for, what, 100 years or so?
Oh, about 112.
You personally?
Me personally, no.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you're looking pretty nice for 112.
Us, we've been around for quite a while.
So you're telling me you can't provide me any proof that these kids are alive and well? We know the second children of a lot of families.
You already have it. Seems to me you've seen Henry Venable.
To a degree. We know that he is odd. We don't know more than that.
Why?
So if you were in Stonehenge, you must have seen other things that would lead you to believe that we were up to something no good.
So I did infiltrate the funeral home, in the cemetery. So I know everything that's in there, including the human meat.
I did show him the pictures of, like, the meat room. So
yes.
He does know that we've been... one of us has been there.
So that's the problem. What humans were those? Who are you eating? That's not. You're not arguing in good faith here. You are impacting society, and we need to know how. Where are those bodies coming from?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you're in a corner, and now you're just going to stonewall us.
I'm gonna hume him now since he answered that question.
Yeah,
and he seemed a little odd about it. 56 under 90.
Definitely knows what you're talking about.
100%,
obviously. But this is everything else he has been willing to at least talk about, or at least give you some sort of bullshit roundabout answer.
Right.
This one, he's clearly like, nope.
Not talking about the tunnels or any of that.
Yeah.
Even though I showed him this picture, he's just not going to talk about
Yeah.
Right. Like when you first showed him the picture, he said that could be from anything.
it. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him like, what's up with the skulls? Like the pile of skulls with the Confederate. Like who has
Yeah.
that many
Are
skulls?
you the north or the south?
Yeah, which one are you? This one doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They really like dancing, guys.
Agent, I assure you, I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't like this.
This is the problem. We're gonna come down on you like 1,000 fucking. I don't even know,
Grenades.
something bad.
I personally
I'm
want to
not
be
very-
interrogated by Cody.
Yeah.
I would love this.
My complete lack of word choice is going to be itself very concerning for this person, I'm sure. That's if you're not able to provide a compromise of some kind, if you're not able to give us this information, then we have no choice but to exhaust full effort.
I've been the only one giving information.
Not recently.
What information have you given me?
I've personally been in the funeral home, and you're saying that the pictures we've shown you from the funeral home, you don't know anything about that?
I don't know
I've
anything
literally
about
been
that.
there.
And what does that suit me in our cause?
How does it suit
What
you?
is your cause?
Yeah, we were stepping into a deal.
Right.
We
So
were
I need
negotiating.
transparency. I need transparency.
We need to know what's going on.
But I've gotten none from you. So are we done here, agents?
What would you like to know?
First and foremost, who sent you?
That's none of your concern.
Goodbye, agents.
Hold on just one sec. The thing that we can help, if you want information, that's one thing, but we have something else to barter, which is to not bring down 1,000,000 teams to shoot you.
I have no
so-
idea. You people, and kind of looks you up and down, are with the FBI as far as I know. We are not afraid of
Mr.
the FBI,
Ashcott.
and if you're not willing to tell me who you're from,
We're from the FBI.
then we're done here. There's no reason for us to be afraid of the FBI. The FBI is in our pocket. And he
Oh.
turns around and he starts to walk away.
Ah.
Um,
Ah.
so as he's turned away, he'd be like, Mr. Ashcott, do you own the funeral home? Say, we could bring you in for defiling a human corpse. We don't want to go that far.
There are no handcuffs on my hands. It seems you have evidence that you've collected, so if it was usable, I'm sure you would have arrested me. And he keeps walking.
I mean, he's got me there.
I pull out my shotgun and be like, I am going to shoot you right now.
And he turns around and he looks you in the eyes and he says, "Shoot me, agent."
Hey, Ocelot, put that down. We can't shoot him in the driveway of this
Well,
house.
he pulled us like into like the backyard area or something.
No,
like
no,
he
no,
pulled us
we're-
to,
no,
like, to a
we're-
side.
wide
We're
out
in
the front
the
of the
driveway.
We're in the driveway.
Oh, you said okay. I
We're
remember
like a little bit further away
Yeah,
from the house in the
I pulled
roundabout,
him-
but we're still in the driveway.
I pulled him away from the front door.
yeah. I,
And
thought,
I
when we
do
look-
imagine
yeah.
that they have a big driveway, so you're kind of like in the middle, like the house is here. You guys are like in
Yeah.
the middle, and then
Okay.
Agent Oak is like out by the street
I
to
imagine
watch
like
for cops.
the classic, like there's a fountain in the middle and there's like a little circular driveway with a fountain that people pull up to.
Right.
So you guys are like
Right.
maybe near like in that center where you typically would have a fountain.
Yeah.
No, I'm with Cody. I thought we were like secluded a little bit,
But
but, that makes
there's
that makes
space.
sense.
If you have a shotgun like out and pointed, people on the street aren't going to be like, "Oh my god, that guy has a
Yeah,
shotgun."
it's a
Yeah.
far enough distance.
Yeah.
I'm assuming also there's probably like they probably have some sort of foliage protection or walls or something.
Right.
Yeah, I think what threw me off was like when this conversation started, it was like on the street, and then this butler guy or this owner guy, like he pulled us away from that location.
No, I pulled him away. We were at the front door. He came out. I pulled him back away from the front door.
That's not remember, but okay.
Yeah, it did start at the front door. Abigail answered at the front door, and you guys sent her away. And then Jeremiah Ashcott came out and then walked up to like the driveway a little bit.
Yeah, and then like we were basically on the stoop, and then we pulled him off of the stoop to go a little bit
But
further.
you guys are definitely secluded enough to where if someone like pulls out a gun, like no one's gonna stop you.
We're not going to get a star on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it depends on who the house is
The
watching.
It's a good way to put it,
The
though.
security's probably going to get us sooner rather than later. Like
Right.
get wind of something.
And we shoot security.
So if he's walking away, like Ashcott, this is your last chance for this to end peacefully.
Give me something I can use, Agent.
If you don't tell us what's going on and cooperate, this place won't be safe for
More
much
empty
longer.
threats.
We're not the FBI. We're clearly hiding some. Like you need to fear the unknown here. All you need to know is that we're another organization meant for this exact purpose. This is not the first time we've dealt with your kind.
Agent, I think it is you who needs to fear the unknown. You guys really don't know what's going on
Agreed.
here.
That's why we're going to bring full force. Is that what you want?
Goodbye, Agent. Bring it.
Damn, dude.
And then he walks into the house.
I mean, so if he's ignoring us, I mean, he's right. We don't have any legal thing to arrest him with. It's just empty threats.
Damn.
So if he leaves, turn to the rest and be like, we need to call Clark. We need kill teams here now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Nuke.
You don't know what's going on. This is getting us nowhere.
So I report to Oak like the situation, and I tell her about like the fact that he wasn't threatened at all. And I ask like, so what do you know about how these threats have been dealt with in the past?
All I know is
A whole lot of bullets.
yeah, what we dealt with in aftermath of Katrina was just a whole lot of kill teams, a whole lot of finding them, pulling them out, killing them. From what I understand, I wasn't part of that mission directly. I was more of an ancillary help for that. But yeah, we had a bunch of teams go in, basically fish them out. They were going a little crazy. So I
have a feeling this is about to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Hey, you notice he claims the FBI is in his pocket.
we need to talk with the handler and let him know that if it's true.
Yeah.
Let him know that it makes sense if we're going to call these things in, they get stonewalled.
Do already kind of know that because you guys tried to get a warrant through the
Right,
FBI.
yeah,
and
exactly.
he
That's
said,
what
these guys are not going to give that to you.
Right,
Yeah.
So we should probably like leave now.
Yeah, let's vacate. Vamonos.
Yeah, my thought is get back in the car.
Yeah.
Like, we need to call Clark and get out of here until teams arrive.
Yeah, it's safer. Or nuke.
I mean, I don't know what reasoning we have, but there needs to be some. Clark can help us with the pretext. Like the idea that Orion has now is that like we're not going to get anything if the FBI in this area is really in their pocket, the sheriff's in their pocket. Literally, our only recourse is to get some more resources.
And we met at the FBI at headquarters here,
yeah.
right?
Well,
Yes.
some local field office, I think.
It was the headquarters.
It was the headquarters. And we are under official FBI, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think Oak would look at everybody's like, probably be safe if we all find some other place to stay. If the FBI knows that we're on their team and the FBI is owned by these folks, then they're going to know where we live. So we're probably going to find some place that's not there. I don't even think we let the handler know where we're going just to be safe if we don't know where this is going to go. Who knows if they gave us these phones is from our group or from them. They could be bugged. They could be following all this.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Best we got to be safe on this one. But yeah, I'll call the handler and kind of fill him in.
Yeah. And
I'll call him on a different. I'll call him on like my personal number, like my personal phone, not the burner phone we have, just in case they are listening on that or something like that.
Yeah, good call.
I think she's starting to get a little paranoid with hearing that they own the FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And probably want to know like how long it's going to take to mobilize.
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
So I'll call the handler and fill him in like, hey, I had a confrontation with Mr. Ashcott. Definitely seems like there's something. He claims to be that they've been operating here for 112 years. He's not that old, but there are individuals that are. He claimed that we don't know the unknown.
We should fear the unknown.
Oh, we're in endgame.
They are in the end game.
Yeah.
I didn't know that we had started that, so I thought we were still in the Infinity War phase, but I guess we're there. And yeah, just kind of fill him in with all the information. Like he says that they own the FBI, which means
Kill teams are our only option.
it's got to be non-FBI that they can't know about it. Which I know we're going to get that route, but we cannot. I don't know if did you give us these burner phones or did the FBI provide them?
Are you asking?
I'm asking,
you're asking
our handler.
Clark?
Yeah, our handler.
Those are Delta Green.
Awesome. Okay, good. If the FBI is infiltrated by this group, if we do think that, then we can't trust anything that they give us.
Good point.
So,
And I'm assuming he wanted to know about our organization because he wanted to be able to infiltrate potentially Delta Green.
Or probably just thinking like,
they're
who the fuck are these guys? I thought I
Right.
owned these guys.
and outside of context, like the both sides are aware of each other. At least, like the ghouls in like Louisiana are aware of Delta Green because the pact was made. But we don't know that in-game
Right,
as
right,
characters.
right, yeah.
So
We just know that deals have been struck.
yes, like we are not a part of any of that. And I think that even if Oak was a part of the original mission, she was not anything important on it. She was just kind of there helping. Like, oh, we found here's this nest. Can you confirm something's going on here? And she'd like scout it out, and then the team would go in and take care of it, kind of thing. Yeah, I think so. She's like, what's the ETA on getting teams out here so we can look? Yeah, we're going to clean this mess up now. I guess the thing we got to ask ourselves, I think you just asked that, like, what's an ETA on the teams getting out here? You have an update?
How many teams are you looking for? 2 teams of 4?
As much help as we can get.
I
We're
think, yeah.
stonewalled. All we know is there's an underground under the entire cemetery.
Well, here's the
It
thing,
seems.
too. They're only getting rid of their own kids.
And that's the
We
thing.
don't know the extent of what they're
We-
branching out to hurt.
Yeah,
people.
that's part of why I was trying to talk to him. Like, we really don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's something.
I think I would also like bring that up with the handler. Like, really, as far as we know,
They
they're
did
may-
confirm
they're maybe not even hurting anybody.
all the kids are alive that were sent to that school. Is what they confirmed to
They
us.
claim, but
Yeah.
they
They
won't
claim.
let us see them.
Well, they wouldn't let it. Yeah. So
And we can safely assume that it's likely that they're ghoul. They're turning them into ghouls.
they didn't. Once we brought up the funeral home, he kind of just shut down.
Yeah.
He wouldn't answer any questions about that. Before he was his cocky little asshole self, but once that hit, he changed his demeanor.
And Clark's like, well, that might be the only thing that we could legally charge him with. I mean, a court's not going to believe that they're fucking ghouls. So
Oh, absolutely.
that might be the only thing that he's afraid of, is actually getting in trouble for something.
We need to stake out and make sure they don't take anything out of that funeral home tonight.
Yeah.
If we've spooked them onto that, we know that they could start cleaning it up and getting rid of evidence, thinking that we're going to come after them there. I don't think they're going to be cocky enough to be like,
You said that there's tunnels, right?
Yeah,
there are tunnels, yeah.
How are you going to watch the tunnels?
This is what we need manpower for.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me 24 to 36 hours and I'll muster something up for you guys.
Appreciate it.
All right. So, do we want to keep an eye on the funeral home, or do we want to steer clear of this area? Because Orion wants to be involved in whatever kill team operation happens. But
I feel like it's a good idea if we just keep an eye on certain key locations, just in case like people move things out of certain places. If we get
we'll do it all underground. There's no way we
Yeah,
know.
that's the thing.
but didn't what bugs did Ocelot put down?
Well, it was just
In
in
Stonehenge.
the manor.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could try to get like a drone to fly over, but I don't know how long that's going to last. To like get an aerial view during night. I don't know if they make
It's pretty cool.
drones with night vision. I'm
sure they
for that
do.
high up.
Yeah, no, I'm positive.
But
too.
I'm just thinking,
Especially if you guys are involved in like federal agencies.
yeah, if we got a drone high enough, we could watch over, see if like anybody's coming out of houses with weird boxes that we know, that kind of thing
Pretty
connected.
dope plan.
But I
What's
don't
in the
know.
box? I always wanted to know what was in the box. You know, it just made it look so happy.
Is that bitch's head?
Gwyneth Paltrow's, yeah.
so
a good
an
movie.
advanced
It was
drone is an
amazing.
unusual expense. So I don't know what kind of resources we have.
Oh. Well, I mean, Cody's with the Marines. You're with the FBI?
Yeah, FBI hostage rescue team.
Agent
FBI,
Hooper's with the FBI.
Homicide Division.
Yeah. If it's something that you guys
I just
wanted,
help out
I
and
guess
just
it'd be
kids.
a role, but it's possible.
I just help out kids. I don't think I can
Yeah.
get a drone.
Yeah, and it takes a pilot drone skill. So
Oh, okay. So while you guys are sort of like driving around talking about what you do, you guys hear bzzz, bzzz,
Okay.
and it's one of your guys' phone. Looks like it's Agent Oaks.
All right.
Is it my burner phone or my actual
Your
phone?
burner.
Okay.
Your burner.
I'll
Your burner.
my Jaburner. I'll open it. I'll hit answer, and I'll put it on speakerphone and like set it down because I don't think I'm driving.
It's a good move.
That's a good move.
And it's it might be a little hard to hear, but it's someone whispering. She's like, "Hello, is this Agent Oak?
How'd you get this number?
This is Abigail Venable."
You didn't answer my question. How did you get my number? I don't remember giving it to you.
If you didn't give her your number, she's like, "My people got it for me.
Oh.
Okay, and
I need to meet with you guys immediately, away from Stonehenge as soon as possible. Away from Jeremiah.
All right, where would you like to meet at?
Somewhere neutral. Can we meet at a restaurant outside of Druid Hills?
What time is it? What time of day is it?
I think it's in the morning. It has to be because we went there pretty much first thing.
Yeah, let's say 9 a.m.
Okay. All right, you want to meet at like a Dunkin' Donuts or something like that?
Yeah, when can you meet immediately? And then you can tell she's like trying not to cry.
Damn.
We can
Been there, bitch.
we can meet you immediately. Yeah, let's. I'll give her the address of like, well, there's one 20 minutes or 15 minutes away from us. So I'll give her the address. Be like, we'll be waiting here for you on the inside.
Okay. So maybe, I mean, if you guys get there, you're waiting for like 10 minutes or something.
Sure.
And then shortly you see like a young woman who's almost like not recognizable from Abigail. She looks completely fine. She's unharmed, but she's in like sweats and like a hoodie with the hood.
Sure.
It's probably down. She has like a bun and like little to no makeup and
Trying to be
So default Meescha.
unrecognizable.
Sure, yeah. Not even like unrecognizable, maybe just like not like in a good way. Like every time you guys have seen her, she's like extremely like dressed
Proper.
down, proper.
And
her hair's
happy,
done,
smiling.
her makeup's on, happy, smiling. And this, you can tell her eyes are kind of puffy, maybe a little bit red. So she like sits down with you guys and she immediately is like trying to not cry. And she's like, I need to talk to you guys about Jeremiah Ashcott.
I want to look out in the parking lot and make sure, like the car she came in, there's nobody with her.
Okay.
Like I want to do that. Would be
So,
alertness or search?
What is higher for you? What would your character use? Are you an alert character? Or?
Both are 20%, so I got nothing.
I'm gonna do.
Yeah, give me a 20%.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
very
I'll say,
alert.
I would be doing the same. I'm not.
Nope.
I'm going to leave the people stuff to the rest of them.
Sure.
At this point, Orion's like, this is a military operation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's got
We're
alertness.
looking for threats.
Yeah, alertness 80, 33.
Okay.
That's a
Crit.
crowd.
You guys?
I was gonna do alertness, but he passed it. So
Yeah,
was just
I mean,
gonna say-
I passed it as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
No threats detected.
Okay.
You guys can see there's nobody in the car.
We don't see like any other cars drive by that we like recognize from. Is that okay?
Nope. Let's say like with a crit, you guys can like even scan the parking lot and see like I don't recognize any of those cars. I'm looking across the street. I don't see anything.
Like no cars pulled up at the same time as, or like, you know, a couple minutes after, anything weird like that.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I am gonna human Abigail just to see if I can detect anything like. Is she putting on an act? Is she being deceitful? Is she just like trying to put up a front to like get the sympathy vote kind of thing?
Okay. Go ahead and give me a human at -20.
Ooh.
It's nothing you did.
Damn.
I was like, what did I do?
Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Minus 20.
I could tell you why it's S20.
Oh yeah.
Can't read ghouls like you can read people.
Is that a 4? Oh, I think it's a 4.
Yes, that is a 4.
4.
Okay. You can tell that she is upset, but she might be hamming it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Abigail, what's going on here? What did you want to talk to us about?
She's like, well, Jeremiah just came back into the house and started screaming, and he started beating up Samuel like he does all the time, and I just can't stand it anymore, and I just feel like I need to talk to someone, and I don't think anybody's going to understand, and I just need someone to talk to, and I feel like you guys are the only people I can go to.
Agent Oracle looks her like straight in the eye and asks a very specific question. What is Samuel's last name?
Venable? And then she starts, like, crying. Yeah.
Is he your great grandfather?
He's like my great-great-uncle or something,
I'm gonna human that answer from her.
Okay.
Okay. I don't trust this bitch.
She is saying yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to know if it's like if it is her great uncle. What'd she say?
Yeah,
Her great uncle.
She's saying
Hold
like something like that. Like it's so high up in the family line that like he's not my fucking grandpa.
Okay. But I guess we would have to do like the. I guess I have to do this like methodically. I would probably have to ask, is he the first Samuel Venables? Because then that would make him extremely old and probably a ghoul. Would that
I mean,
make sense?
Does she? Yeah. Essentially, does she
Well, does
know
she-
that? Is she
yeah.
hiding that she? Because like because you're basically looking for
Abigail, are you one of them?
Yes, we're all one of them. They forced us all. And then
And by
she's
one of them, I want to be
trying
very
not sob.
clear.
Yeah.
You are a ghoul.
Yes. And she's trying to like
I'll give myself a willpower roll here.
Like-
and if I fail this, I'm going to shoot her.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
53.
That's gonna be very close. I feel.
Yeah. My willpower. I guess that'd be a power roll. Sorry, not willpower roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What's your power?
Power 75.
Okay.
So 53 under 75.
You
She
should
keeps it
retreat.
together, but she's like, you could see like things are starting to click in her head, and she's like staring at her. She's like, guy like takes a step back. She's like, Oracle, you want to have a go ahead and take a couple questions here. I'm gonna have myself a glass of water to calm down here. She's like,
And he like, yeah, senses like,
she's
yeah,
like,
you need it all the
listen,
time.
shut up. Listen. Richard Venable and William Venable, my ancestors, worship this crazy god, and I don't really get it. And they've been forcing all of us to become ghouls for the past like 150 years or something. And now they have Henry, and they're turning him into a ghoul, and they're gonna have my dad's brain take him over, and then he's just gonna be one of them forever.
So she's
Is this gonna be forever?
freaking out.
Damn.
She's like hyperventilating, trying to not like freak
why were your
out.
parents killed?
And then she takes a real big deep breath. And she's like, I had to kill my parents because the ghouls in Druid Hills do this thing called the entwining, where they take a man's brain and then they inject it into their second child when they become a ghoul, and then they dominate their second child, and then they get to live forever.
Damn.
And so they were going to do that to Henry,
shit.
and I couldn't let them do that, so I just had to kill my parents because they were terrible people. Everybody in this whole thing, it's just awful.
Holy shit.
And they're all in the KKK.
I like how you.
Oh yeah. Side note.
It just gets worse.
That's the worst thing I've heard so far.
Damn.
I can excuse ghouls, but I draw the line at racism.
It just gets worse.
Holy shit.
But yeah, it's like I can't really like RP. Like she's
Right.
like
Oh, yeah.
trying to really not fucking freak out in this Dunkin' Donuts,
yeah,
and the
right.
kids behind the fucking counter, those poor little 16-year-olds, are like, "Are you guys okay? Like, is everything cool over there?"
I guess like, why did you also have to kill the mother? Your mother.
She was in on it. They're all in on it. They all want to take over the brain of their second child. All of them.
So why do you have a sudden change of heart now? Excuse me if I don't buy whatever story you're
You
telling
were
us
off
right here.
drinking water.
I stepped back. I'm still at the table. I just pulled away to drink some water.
She's like, I didn't have a change of heart. I just didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if you guys were actually gonna get us in trouble, and I've just been trying to stop them, and then you guys showed up, and then you guys are going after William, who's going by Jeremiah Ashcott. That's not even his fucking name.
Oh, wait a minute. So this isn't character. So she's saying that Ashcott is William Venable.
Yes.
Okay.
William Venable uses his transformation that he learned as a ghoul to change into Jeremiah Ashcott, and he's been living in my fucking house, and I can't get rid of him, and he is abusing Samuel, and he's turning Henry into a ghoul, and I have nobody to go to.
So to make sure I got this like out of character, what she's saying,
Yeah.
she's claiming that everybody in Druid Hills is a ghoul.
Not everybody in Druid Hills, but pretty much for the most part.
Like
Yeah.
there's
a good
lot,
chunk of them.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
And everyone that has
And you imagine that, I mean, there's plenty of ghouls that aren't on top of Druid Hills. They're
Yeah.
down beneath Druid Hills.
that's
Right.
Yeah.
But so she's claiming that like she's a ghoul.
Yeah.
That every family that has a second child that disappeared,
They're all ghouls.
they're all ghouls. And,
Yeah.
like the whole family's a ghoul, but they're like using some weird ritual to dominate the body of that second child.
Yes. So the male head of the household will live his full life and get old. And meanwhile, they're changing the second child into a ghoul. And when it's time for the old man to die, they take his brain and then they do some sort of ritual where they put his brain into the ghoul child. And
So
now that they
get
live
out.
forever.
Got it.
So when
yeah.
she's saying like that ritual turn people into ghouls, like
Mm-hmm.
so
It's not the same ritual. They are turning people into ghouls, and then they do a ritual to dominate them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's like at a certain point when they get a little bit old, like kids get older, they turn them into ghouls.
Right.
All of them.
Right. Yeah, about
Okay.
12 to 13 years old.
Okay, so now Orion's running the numbers in his head. Like, we had how many kids disappear in the last 75 years? Like 50 of them or something?
Something like that, yeah.
So every single one of those families is a ghoul. He's just like thinking like, okay, maybe I need to call Clark and make this a
Yeah,
little...
you're like, maybe the kill teams aren't really going to do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
we need more.
We have
than
solid.
that.
We have a solid reason. Like we didn't have scale before, and now we at least have a report to give him a sense of scale, which I think is good. Persuasive.
So I'll leave the still quote talking to the rest of them, but
Sure.
I will step outside
Yeah.
and call the handler.
Sure.
Agent Oracle is having trouble comprehending some facts because they're just not adding up. And I'm going to think out loud because this is kind of a few months ago. And so the parents died in a car crash, air quotes, but there were insects found in the car.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So I think Agent Oracle's next question would be like, Abigail, I'm sorry, this is a tough question. How did you kill your parents?
Well, I stole a book from Richard and William from the library that they have down in the Warrens, which is their name for the tunnels,
The ghoul warrens.
the Ghoul Warrens.
Damn.
And there was a ritual in there that I learned, and I just could summon a bunch of bugs, and I killed them.
Sorry, I know you're being serious about it. You're looking me straight in the eye, and I'm
You're
like,
doing a
Jake,
good job, yeah.
you're doing so good. And I'm just like, oh my God, I feel
Appreciate
the
it.
sympathy. I do. Meescha feels the sympathy.
And-
Oracle does not, but
If you want to roll for a human,
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I was about to do that.
I
But
feel like
then,
we all
like,
need to make a sanity roll here too.
yeah.
yeah.
I definitely
Well,
think
I mean,
that-
I guess it depends on if you believe it or not.
I mean, I
Right?
think just
Like-
hearing brains being eaten and shit like that is a pretty wild concept.
Yeah.
So I think
I
Oak is
think I
gonna
would
like.
believe her. Yeah.
No, Oak failed.
You start fucking shooting everybody.
75 over 59.
Yeah, I failed as well.
Yeah, I'll just say that's a 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
74 with 60.
Especially those of you who know that ghouls exist.
Right.
You know
But like,
that this
I don't know
behavior's
enough
out
of.
there.
I don't know
Exactly.
the inner
Specifics.
workings.
Right.
Okay. I rolled for sanity first because I feel like that would be the first
Sure.
thing, and I did fail that.
Okay.
Just for the record.
Just one sanity point.
One. And then second, I got 57 under 90 for the
Human.
human.
Yeah, you don't detect any sort of lie.
All right.
In fact, you feel like she's been extremely open this entire conversation.
So, what do you want us to do here, Abigail? How do you want us to help you in this situation?
She's like, William came in as Jeremiah and said that you guys wanted to make some kind of deal. And I have been reading, and I know about that there was some stuff that happened in New Orleans a while ago with some people called the DeMontes, and that ended on a deal too. So I was thinking if I could just give you Richard and William, who are in charge of the whole thing, that maybe if we stop doing this whole entwining thing, which I don't even want to do anyway, if you could just let us go.
At this point, I mean, am I back in or still talking to the handler?
We'll maybe cut away from there, and then you can talk to the handler.
Yeah.
But really, all I want to tell him is like just these details that like now we have a little more. One of them came to us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I could just do it in character to be like, Clark, all right, new update. One of them came to us. She's willing to make a deal, it seems, or at least wants to talk to us, but she gave us some more details. And I assume he knows, like, the kids have been disappearing for 50 years.
Right. Yeah. He was there with.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
So he was there.
with
So-
Jodawan. Yeah.
To be like, every single one of those families that had a missing kid, those are all ghouls. So this problem's a little bigger than we thought.
He's like, oh, fuck.
So I don't know what you need to do. I don't know how you need to get him here, but it sounds like we could really use some manpower soon. I'm going to go back in and talk to her. I'll give you more details when I can.
Okay. Thanks for the update. You let me know.
So I pop back in.
Yeah. Ding.
Yeah.
And then you hear, if you could just let us go.
Right.
And then that's where we pick up.
And to kind of assure, like one thing I wanted to say is like I do want to illustrate that exact thing, like corroborate her interest for a deal, and be like that was truthful. That's why we're here. We are trying to contain this specific problem, but rest assured that as long as this isn't a growing problem, and as long as there aren't disappearing children, I think we can start to look the other way.
She's like, that's the thing, is I'm trying to save my brother and all the other kids who are going to get disappeared over the next 75 years. Because it's really just Richard and William who have been propagating this entire cult. They're the people who are putting all the you let anybody into the community that they want.
And I'm going to recall knowledge here, like, who was Richard and William again? They weren't the originals, I believe.
Yes.
They're the brothers who started. One of
Okay.
them started the KKK, or refounded the KKK.
Close. So Richard was the dad.
Yes.
He made Druid Hills with his wife. They like came in from Pennsylvania or some shit. And then he had a bunch of kids. William and Samuel were two of them. And those were the first and third children. The second child mysteriously died when she was really young. So you guys can maybe start to...
Yeah.
Those cogs fall into place.
Yep. So it is. Okay, Richard and William. Okay.
My next question would probably be something like, you're saying this has been going on for a while. When we talked to Jeremiah, he said we are in the end game. Why is it now end game?
That'd be the intertwining, I'm assuming.
But
Yeah.
I feel like the intertwining has been happening. So
Right,
why
but
is
they
this
do it every
particular
once in a while.
one?
Like it's hitting the age where they're probably going to sacrifice the boy. They're going to do the intertwine and put the brain into it. That's what I assume they mean by the...
Tomorrow
Is
night
that what she
at
corroborates
the
that?
Heritage Homecoming. After Heritage Homecoming, they're going to do the ritual on top of Stone Mountain. And then my dad, Austin, is going to take over Henry's brain.
Okay. And then my last question would probably be okay, so you said that Jeremiah was actually William Venables?
Yes.
Okay, why does William look so... Like, Jeremiah looks more kept as a ghoul than Samuel.
Samuel's not a ghoul.
Samuel... Oh, he's just really fucking old?
No, Samuel took this... They made him do this stupid ritual where he just turned into a thrall. They've been abusing him for like 100 years. That was his... Samuel built that house.
Oh, shit.
Samuel built that house, and then Richard and William forced him to become a thrall and do their bidding.
Oh, my gosh. So if William is the name of the other guy... Jeremiah, thank you. God, I'm so bad with names.
You're good.
If William became Jeremiah, then where is Richard right now? Who is he?
Richard's a ghoul. He's like 200 years old. He doesn't leave the ghoul warrens. He just runs the whole thing from down there.
What were the skulls down there for?
The skulls were stolen from this national monument grave as some sort of final desecration. And then they ate all of the bodies. And then they just kept the skulls down there as like an insult.
That makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, the way that they were... The fact that it was just heads in a pit is definitely...
What do you know about us?
Well, I know that you're probably from Delta Green, where the other organization that dealt with the DeMontes and the Keepers of the Faith out in New York.
What about, does Jeremiah know that?
Of course.
What do you know about our handler?
I don't know anything about your operation. I just know that you're probably here to probably wipe us out or find what's going on with the kids.
What do you know about Joe DeWant? And she's like starting to like spiral and ask like everything that she knows about people.
She's like, I've never heard that name.
Who do you know in the FBI? Who's your contact in the FBI?
I don't have any contacts in the FBI. That's all William and Richard.
Can you get that information for us? As a good faith bargaining chip? You get us the information of who they have contacts to? And then we don't kill you like the rest of them?
She's like, I think the information I've given you already is kind of enough.
All right, so you said
but
this is happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow night.
it's supposed to happen tomorrow night. Yeah.
And what was the name of the place? Stone
Mountain.
Stone Mountain.
Yes,
That's
Stone
where the
Mountain.
original...
Yeah,
it's
mine
the
was.
Confederate monument.
Yeah. But she does say real quick to your question, she's like, I can try to get my friend and I, Dorothea, whatever her name is.
That's another fucking name that we know.
She can try to break in and get something, get the contacts.
That's the lady who worked the front desk, right?
Yeah. Which was another like 19-year-old.
Yeah.
You figure she might be another firstborn child. I mean, she'll probably, if you ask, she'll be like, yeah, the McCluskeys and I, Dorothea's on my side. I mean, this whole time they've taken her sister too. And I mean...
So the sister would be the brain of the dad or the mother?
The dad.
That's fucking wild.
The dad.
That just adds even creepier.
Yeah, it's always the men taking over the body of the second-born child.
Okay.
Right. And the moms are just kind of like, you can turn into a ghoul, I guess.
Yeah.
Complicit.
Yeah.
And we're
Sounds like some
have their hobbies.
That's some Mormon ass shit.
So she's asking, basically what she's asking is, okay, will you leave us alone if we just give you William and Richard?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And she's
Orion's down for that.
She's also saying nobody is interested in randomly forcing more people to be ghouls. She's saying
It's confined to this area.
it's confined to this area, and she's also saying listen, I'm a ghoul. I want people to have immortality the right way. She's like, I want people to be a ghoul too. I'm not going to force them to be a ghoul.
an ethical ghoul.
She's like, no one's killing anybody. No one's kidnapping anybody. We just want to live underground by ourselves.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear ghoul, I just every time I'm a ghoul, I just think of the Good Burger song where it's I'm a dude, you're a dude, we're all dudes. Which is a song about ghouls from Dude. It's just it just keeps running.
He's a
It's
ghoul.
like a ghoul in a Good Burger outfit in the shower,
Ghoul burger.
Nice. Yeah.
All right, the episode.
Don't eat the ghoul burger, dude. It's human meat.
Sorry, it just kept going in my head. I had to get it out.
What would the secret sauce be on a ghoul burger?
Blood.
Blood. Yeah. Next question.
Keep going.
Sorry, blood and mayonnaise. You gotta get a little.
Yeah. Little fry sauce action.
Gross.
All right.
I guess I'm trying to just make a quick connection. This is maybe just a little deep, but hey, we saw some initials for names on some jars when I was in the funeral home. I just I wanted to just connect the dots, and I'm not seeing it. So and I relay the initials AM, AV.
AV's Austin Venable.
RV?
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then MV.
MV.
Martha Venable, or whatever the mom's name is.
AR.
Melinda Venable.
Yeah, AR, AV, MV. And so does she know, who does she know that have those initials? What you were saying, which one's missing? Do you know them all? Which ones?
Austin Venable.
Austin Venable, Melinda Venable. We don't know AR.
And is that the parents?
That's the parents.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Because they haven't. What would be the purpose?
The brain.
I know for the
They just said they inject the brain, so they're going to do a thing. So they're going to inject his brain, so it has to be probably liquid, into his brain to cast a spell, take over the body. So that's what that grayish liquid is. I don't know. Maybe they're just going to fucking drink it. I don't know.
Who knows?
Okay, because
We don't know.
I based on what she said, did she say
could ask
lots
what
of
those
people
jars
are
are.
doing? Lots of people are doing the what do they call it?
It's a new
The
thing.
entwined.
No,
Entwinement?
she clarifies that it's only the patriarch
Right.
of the house. It's
Yeah.
only the head male figure, and then they still do shit with the brains and maybe eat it or do whatever
I
they
see.
fucking want. But she does confirm those are my parents' initials.
That's okay. That's the parents' initials. And then what's the one that's missing? It's
AR.
Yeah, and
which
she's like, I don't know what AR is.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Austin Riley.
Yeah, but you
Abigail,
guys
I'm
figure,
willing to. I'm
almost
willing to
every
take
time.
this. Look at the rest of them. I'm willing to take this deal. We can get William and Richard taken
Yeah.
care of.
How are we going to take care of him?
Bullets worked before.
Bullets.
So we're just gonna roll up there when they're doing their ritual and just start capping fools. Is that the plan
Abigail,
here?
can you help us get them out in the open? You said Richard doesn't leave the Warrens, but is there a way to lure him out?
I mean, we can always call a hootenanny.
A what?
Hootenanny. Don't you know
It's
what
a
a hootenanny is?
pancake.
Well, when we call a hootenanny, pretty much all of the ghouls are ready for a fight, and then they'll be towards the end of the ghoul warrens. But other than that, I don't know how to get them out.
Damn.
No, that was what you guys call a hoedown.
Yeah.
You're disrespectful. I've told you everything
Yeah.
I know.
They can't resist a
We
hootenanny.
appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would be a little concerned about what other kind of books are in that library.
Yeah.
It does seem a little detrimental to
And she's like,
leaving those there.
I do know I'm not the only one who can do a ritual. That's why I haven't been able to take out William and Richard myself, because I don't know what they're doing to protect themselves.
Where
Makes
is?
sense.
I've actually entered the beginning of the tunnels and saw the pit with the heads. Where is? Tell me what the major points of interest are in the Warrens.
Yeah, so the only thing that the book describes is the funeral home and Stonehenge, but you can't imagine that they're connected to pretty much all the houses, and she does tell you that they're miles.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. Damn. Fuck. Okay, so like the library, let's just say, is that like in kind of one spot where all the rituals are at least read up on? But I mean, obviously they probably memorized and have them all prepared. But is there one place you can describe where the library is, and then are the rituals done anywhere specific, or is it kind of just like you can just do it anywhere?
The rituals are close to the funeral home, and any other books that they might have taken out, I don't know. But as far as the ritual goes for the entwining, they do that on top of Stone Mountain.
Out in the open?
It's like in a patch in the woods. Yeah.
Like all evil is.
Exactly.
Is it
Like
the
all
same
of it.
place every time?
Yeah.
I would assume so, yes.
If you go up to the top of Stone Mountain, there's a big iron plug in the rock, and when they do the ritual, the iron plug comes out of the ground, and then this stuff comes out.
The iron plug that he saw an iron plug in the thing.
Yeah.
So there's 2 iron plugs?
That's what it sounds like.
Iron Plug, name of a band.
Iron Plug's a good name.
Iron Lung's a really good band.
Iron Plug also sounds like a bullet.
Yeah.
Abigail, I have to ask you this. If what we're proposing here is that you want us to take care of William and whatever the guy, Samuel, well, not Samuel, but
Richard.
you want us to take care of Richard and your 2 brothers, whatever relations we are. We're going to get rid of these 2 head leaders. How do we kill them? How do we kill people like you?
Well,
And I don't mean that to be menacing or whatnot, but like we need to know what we're up against if we're going to take these individuals out. What's the best way about going about so they ain't going to come back?
well, you pretty much need to dismember them. If you were to shoot them or something, then they can kind of like regenerate.
He looks at Orion. It's like, you're fucking full of shit.
If they, you can
No, I shot him and they fell down.
it's almost like a zombie. You just have to make sure that they're not going to come back. Because if you get them down,
like
that's
the-
fine. But you just have to make sure that they're not going to come back. If you try to like suffocate them,
We got to destroy the brain then?
yeah. If you suffocate them, they'll stay alive forever.
Oh.
And as for the thralls, if you pound like a stake made of something natural through their heart, they'll stop. But as soon as you take that stake out, they'll come back alive again. So
We got even if we destroy their brains too?
So now it makes more sense why Clark gave us these grenades.
Well, the grenade's for us to swallow and kill, I'm assuming so they don't get our brains. That's what it seems like.
Well, maybe we can use them on the
Yeah, why would he give us these grenades to eat so that you guys can't get us? What does that involve?
well, that's how we turned into people. Like William ate Jeremiah like 100 years ago.
Ate him? Ate his brain? What? Just ate any part of him?
Both ate his brain,
Oh my god.
and then we can turn into him.
Oh my god.
I haven't done that.
I haven't done.
I'm going to admit that.
Yeah. She's like, I'm a normal 19-year-old.
Because
Just
now
like
I'm
seeing
like,
dead bodies.
is this even Abigail at this point if they can shapeshift like that? Is that what you're indicating?
Well, yeah. Well, let's human.
I think that's what you're thinking.
Yeah. let's use
45 under 90.
Yeah, you think she's telling the truth.
Oh wow. All right.
Yeah. And she's like legitimately trying to say like the people who are already ghouls, like we don't want to kill anybody, we don't want to murder anybody, we don't want to kidnap
Yeah.
anybody.
Typically, ghouls aren't aggressive.
Yeah,
like
like
in
they-
Delta Green lore, ghouls are not aggressive. They're very much like they want to be hidden away underground doing their thing.
Right.
They don't like fuck with people a whole lot. So like that makes sense traditionally, but we won't know that's
But
scary.
some of them are 200 years old and they
Right.
just are fucking crazy and they're like, we should fucking kidnap our
So-
second-born son.
Did we learn? Did we learn? So we learned how they can shapeshift, but did we learn how they become ghouls originally? Like how the?
I don't-
Did we ask?
It's,
for that?
I don't
I'd like
think
to
we
ask
asked,
that. I
yeah.
guess.
It's
Would she know?
Like how did that happen
happened
to
to
you?
her, yeah.
How did it happen to you?
It's a slow process. They just feed you human meat over the course of like months and months, and then you take place in these rituals, and then you start transforming.
Oh my gosh.
What happens if you ate a piece of human meat already? Do they have any power over you? As he's looking at Oracle.
No.
Okay.
You have to do it frequently.
Oh damn. Okay. Damn. Good question.
It takes months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oracle's going to look at her and be like, are you Abigail Venables?
Yes, you just humaned that.
Oh, well, I didn't ask specifically that, though.
You asked if she ever ate human brain, which would
Yes.
cover this, I think, right? Because
Okay.
like if she had
Well, no, somebody would eat Abigail's brain and be masquerading as Abigail would be the
right,
thing.
Yeah.
right.
But then
So,
also, like, her brain couldn't be her. It could
Well, no,
not be
you've
her brain.
humaned it enough to where she's telling you the truth on everything.
I guess
There's
through
nothing
turn of
there's
phrase,
been-
you're correct that could have
All
been
right.
spun.
I just wanted
think
to
I
be
know what you
very
mean.
specific.
Yeah. Because
I don't
they
trust this
could,
ratchet whore.
Yeah, they could be like, well,
She's
as,
literally
yeah.
told you absolutely
Yeah. Yeah,
everything about
She's
the
given us
operation,
everything.
and you guys have not cut her in a single lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a single one.
Yeah.
All right, Abigail.
Except for being a fucking trustworthy ghoul.
When these
What
rituals, when the rituals on
was
Stone
telling
Mountain
the
take
truth
place-
about.
Only good ghoul's a dead ghoul.
Hey, when the ritual takes place on Stone Mountain, you've seen this happen before.
Yes.
When it happens, how do William and Richard get there?
Well, they're gonna take an RV. The McCleskey's dad has this RV that he's gonna take them all up after Heritage Homecoming.
Okay.
Fire. Fucking bomb it.
Yeah, so that might be our.
Oh, now you guys agree on nuking.
No, that's not a
isolate
fucking nuke.
All right, Abigail. So the homecoming's going to happen, and then how many people are going to be in this RV? Is it a big group of people?
No, it's kind of small.
Is there anybody that you care about in that RV?
Yes, it's me, Henry. It's me, Henry, the McCleskeys, and then Richard, William, and then Captain Devers.
Oh, fuck!
Who's Captain Devers?
The cop.
The cop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Captain Deep, that's the head of police here,
Yeah,
right?
that's a
Yeah.
captain. Of,
No.
That's not one of the guys we met. Are those? Are,
no.
That's-
He wanted to take us to Captain.
Right.
Davis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the patrol that work there? Are they ghouls too, or are they thralls?
They're neither. They're just stupid.
They're just. They are cops. That
They're
makes
just
sense.
fucking
Yeah.
idiots that
They're
do
just-
whatever we ask them to.
Okay. All right. Do we have maybe extra burner phones?
Sure.
Because I mean, basically, the thing is, I want to be able to get in touch with her tomorrow without having to meet her.
Sure.
So I give her like a burner phone or something. Like, hey, here's our secure line, or at least don't use this. Don't let anybody know you have this phone. Here's our number. Your number. Like, make sure that we can contact her.
Mm-hmm.
If we send you a text, make sure to get somewhere safe, somewhere quiet, and call us because we need to talk to you. We'll figure something out for the RV tomorrow, and it's going to be at the Heritage.
Yeah, it's at
Heritage
this.
Homecoming.
The Heritage Homecoming is at the Stone Mountain National Park, or like the park.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it after the event up on top of Stone Mountain.
Okay.
They're all just getting there via RV.
What time's the RV arrive there? Like middle of
Probably
the day
like
at night?
11.
At night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, gives us time. All right, I don't have any further questions for her, unless you guys do.
Abigail, you've been really helpful. We appreciate your help on this. It's good to see that one of you folks is a good person.
Do you guys think you can keep Henry safe?
That's our goal.
We'll do our best.
Okay, and then I think she leaves.
I guess like that's fine. Yeah,
As soon as that door closed, so we're going to put C4 on that fucking thing and blow it up, right? While they're all in it.
100%. Yep, definitely.
Absolutely. That's the only shot we got. We got to blow all them motherfuckers up in that thing.
I don't think we have time to wait for the kill team, so we can't get all of them. But
We can Amazon
she's an
C4.
She's an acceptable casualty.
yeah. And what did we communicate? Did we communicate anything to her about how we're going about our thing? Or do we say we're gonna? Try?
We're going to be in touch.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I kind of wanted to know. Is like
Send the text. Bye, bitch.
So I mean, yeah, like that. Orion would be like that. That's our. I think that's our best bet. We need to
gotta
get to
get
the
there.
Heritage Homecoming when we find that RV.
We do that. No, we put the bomb on there tonight or like in the morning before they can wake up. We get that thing strapped.
So it was McCleskey's.
McCleskey's have it at their house. We get in there.
I don't.
One of you two guys who was in the military, you got to know something about rigging up bombs, right?
I got 40% demolitions.
Better-
So this is
I'm worried about one thing. Like, I think that Abigail, I don't know. I think she's wary enough that she might check that thing for C4 for her own interest and for Henry's. So, like, if she finds it, that kind of hurts our plan a bit.
Be good at hiding it.
Yeah. Make it look like another car part. I don't
What
think
else? What else are we gonna do? How else are we gonna take these two brothers out?
I mean, the other thing is we could just wait when they get to the Heritage Homecoming. They do whatever's going on. Then before they take the RV to the side of the ritual, we could wait in there for them.
We could also C4 the side of the ritual just to be safe.
That's a lot.
You
of tools
guys
there.
also know that
Get it in
fire
bulk at Costco.
might not even actually
Yeah.
do the job.
Yeah,
right,
they'd be
based on what we
dismembered.
heard.
Yeah.
Because they can regenerate fast. Like, the question is, does the fire get to their brain, I guess? I don't know.
I think it's more like the explosion of getting it to where they can explode them into parts. and then-
explode,
I think no matter what we do, we're going to have to get in there and finish the job hand to hand.
Yes, agreed with that. I was thinking, like, just one thing I can do is I'm very good at being, I'm a sniper. Like, I can do that. So like a bullet to the head sounds like what would be good enough to at least subdue them. But it sounds like if I can blow their brains out, like, that does the job.
Potentially.
So,
I mean, we could also do that.
I think we need to let the handler know of the increased timeline.
Yeah, I did. No, I don't think I told him about the timeline, just the number of ghouls. So yeah, we should give him a call.
yep.
Maybe there could be a happy accident of a payload being dropped in the middle of the night or something like that. Not a nuke.
A routine.
We're not going to nuke them because
Oh,
a
yeah.
nuke would start a world
I
war.
don't think you guys are fully grasping it. They live underground.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Even
Wait
if
till
you
they're.
guys-
Hold on.
if-
No, I fully get that.
Carpet the whole place in fire.
We're talking about when they get to the ritual site, getting the main leaders there, dropping something there. No, we're not going to do it. Yeah, we're not going to drop like a bunker bomb on them.
No,
Obviously,
we need variables. To make
but doing
sure that
something
I'm
when
wrong.
they're up top during the ritual, dropping something then. But even then, like.
What's fire gonna? That's my thing. Is like, what is fire gonna do?
It's not fire.
we
It's
have to-
an explosion to blow them to chunks.
That's
blunt
less than a
force.
nuke, but more than demolition.
Like for
yeah,
example,
there's Tomahawk missiles, there's Hellfire missiles, there's all these sorts of non-nuclear.
Yeah, because I can differentiate between those and a nuke, which I just think is synonymous. It's a
No,
bomb.
a nuke is like the end-all be-all bomb.
Yeah, I
Like, that's like the biggest bomb you can
Yeah,
drop.
I think the what
A
Meescha
lesser nuke.
Meesha's just rehashing something I
nuke.
say a lot, which is nuke and pave,
Oh.
which is like it's colloquially a nuke, not
look at
literally.
Hiroshima, and then look at like Iraq, where we dropped a bunch of bunker bombs. Like they're not.
You're right. I should differentiate between what kind of bomb that I'm
Yeah.
using in this fictional scenario.
Yeah, Tony Stark, Iron Man 1. Remember?
No, I don't. We don't
Yeah,
have
the
access.
Jericho,
I don't.
yeah.
I highly doubt we have any access to any sort of
Yeah.
military bomb. You think,
Where's
so.
I
Jericho?
think our
Yeah.
best bet is going to be like a smaller explosive on the RV, and then get up close and finish the job.
But I think Oak is kind of looking at us like, are we gonna make a deal with them? Is that the plan? Because if we get that thing bombed, and we get those two knocked out, but she and her brother are casualties, we probably just open up a whole other hornet's nest. Now she's gonna be vengeful against us.
Well, then maybe we do need to actually just get William and
I guess that's the question.
Yeah.
Are we going to be honorable here, and are we going to strike this deal with them?
Well, I don't think we have the time to clear out all of them.
No, we're not clearing them all out.
Making a deal is our best bet.
Yeah,
Absolutely, but I
I agree. Like if Delta Green's if our mission here is containment and like the sustained peace, like like the most limited problem here, then not stoking a fire and getting the ghouls to hate us.
And and the handler said like we can make a deal with them. Like that was already an option we had. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, so I think
try.
Orion would be like on the side of that. Like, sounds like a deal's our best
Yeah.
bet. We,
No, we
just
shouldn't-
kill
then-
William and Richard.
we can't bomb that RV, unfortunately.
yeah.
We got to get them when they're out in the open. If you can snipe, that's going to be one thing.
I mean,
I can get up close and personal.
We forgot to ask her if they wear masks or anything like that.
Oh,
Fuck.
So we could if there's like a way we could costume it in there and walk around like I'm a fucking ghoul too.
Yeah.
Hello, fellow ghouls.
walk around with a
Jake is
We'd
like
have to
they're
go for, like,
human
disguise,
thigh.
wouldn't
Nom
we?
nom nom.
Yeah. I'm worried there's two ritual sites too. Like I'm worried that the I don't know. Like maybe they do it at the other ritual site. Like they
No,
said,
I mean she was trustworthy. We believe her.
know,
We've
but-
the only thing is, and outside of game, I don't know if you can human a ghoul because they're not technically humans anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can get a good reading.
Who's got
but
ghoul-
I don't know
ghouling?
that, so I'm gonna trust
Yeah.
the process of what we're doing here because technically it's human intelligence and reading humans. And they're not humans anymore.
No,
so that's the only thing I don't
ghoulings,
know.
Oh.
So
Zero
we're going to have
ghouls.
to trust that what she told us and her sob story and everything is true.
All right,
And
let's-
our characters, for the most part, believe that.
how much
So-
detail does she give us about where this ritual will take place? Like, I mean, it's going to be right on top of Stone Mountain?
She can tell you how to get there. It's probably like a half a mile hike up from a parking lot.
Because that would be what Orion wants to do first thing now. Is go check that site out.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah,
we can
definitely
yeah,
give you
like-
enough info to find it tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or
All right,
today,
let's do
I
it.
guess.
Sure.
But I guess we'll probably do that in the next episode.
Oh.
Next episode.
feel like I'm gonna lose like hearing of a certain pitch because of this. Like this is damaging my eardrum like very subtly.
Very specific tinnitus or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, exactly.
Welcome to my life.
I just do the one ear at a time.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
It's not all the years and years and years and
Yeah.
years of damage I've done at
concerts, I
shows
know.
and with headphones and stuff. It's just
Who fucking wears like earplugs?
No,
I actually
no,
have,
nerds.
I've started to
People
in
that
the
can hear
last
in their 70s.
year.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Just the last year?
Yeah, just last year. I mean, it's like a real shame because I've been to countless
Yeah.
like
Right.
shows and concerts and stuff. But within the last year, I started wearing earplugs, and
Yeah,
I
me
feel
too.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're listening to this and you go to
Amazing.
concerts, like don't. Especially, if you're up close, especially. But I mean,
Yes,
like
yeah.
just wear ear protection. Like
Yeah.
seriously.
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
even
be.
the younger you are, the better.
The
Yeah,
first,
seriously.
the first band I did it for was when Sleep and Bellwitch played,
Nice.
and I was like, "This shit's gonna be loud."
Yep.
And to the point, like when Sleep was playing, their bass was rattling my bones, like my chest
yeah.
hurt
Yeah.
from the bass, and I was like, "I'm glad I have earplugs in." Because otherwise, like I would hear nothing.
No,
Yeah.
seriously.
Do
Like
you have like any kind of like fancy earplugs or just regular earplugs?
Oh, just old like
Oh, dude, you
a
should
box of like 100.
yeah.
Dude, no. Spend $20 on Amazon, and they have these ones that'll like filter out like other weird frequencies that
Okay.
you don't need at concerts. It's life changing.
Yeah, because I would like bring an
Yeah.
extra pair.
Yeah.
Like when I went to HopeCon, I brought an extra pair just in case I ran into anybody I knew.
HopeCon is a good one too.
So okay,
Yeah,
well, plus being
that'd
up
be-
front and getting kicked. I didn't get kicked in the face this time.
Nice.
I was pretty proud of that.
There you go.
Nice.
So I did get jumped on a couple times, but
Yeah, it just took me like maybe close to like 7 years to figure out like loud live music does not mean you sound good. Like
Right.
you
Yeah.
like you can sound good and be loud, and there's certain bands who do that and they do it very well.
right.
But then like if you're just fucking loud, it sometimes you sound like complete ass and it's just muddled. So earplugs are gonna help no matter what.
Well, I like what freaked me out was like when I went to a concert and like I was close, like I was like maybe fifth, like it's a mosh pit, so I was like fifth row of people maybe distance from like these massive speakers, and this was Thrice.
Yeah.
This is the only real person that I've ever really or band
Yeah.
that I've ever
Thrice
seen.
is a cool show. To
Yeah,
go to.
yeah. Well, and they have some real. They're really good live too.
I've heard,
I could see that.
And like the thing that freaked me out was when I like stopped hearing. Like it was so loud that I felt like
Hey.
it had like hurt my hearing in that moment where like it was like bruised in a
Yeah.
weird way. I was like, holy shit, this feels odd. Yeah. And so don't do it. Yeah. If you're
Yeah.
young, especially if
Yeah.
you're young, save your hearing. It's important.
Exactly, yeah. And it's like the last show that I even tried it was Meescha. I took my headphones off or like my earplugs out for 2 songs. And I was like, that was stupid.
yeah, I went, when
two
I went and saw Blood Incantation in October. I forgot my headphones,
Yeah.
my earplugs, I should say. And so I stayed a little bit farther back and
yeah,
watched them. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that was cool.
It's doable.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
doable. It wasn't bad. It was like, they're an opening act. They're not playing a full set.
Yeah.
So I think they played like maybe 4 or 5 songs. So it was like maybe 20 minutes. But I was
But-
like, all right, cool, I'm good.
Now when Chris and I go see AFI the next time when they're in town, because we just connected over their
We
best
did,
album.
yes. But they're not going to play anything off those albums.
I feel like they might still
I think
do.
the oldest they're playing is like Totally Immortal.
I saw a set from like 2022 where they were playing songs
I
from,
wish they would. Like that, I would go if they did like that
Wouldn't it
where
be
they just
amazing?
played those albums.
oh my god.
Because that's the thing now. All these bands are playing like Save the Days tour and playing Through Being Cool.
right.
I'm like, that's the only songs they're playing. I'm like, well, that's your best album.
Right.
Like, thank you.
Dude, I'm seeing Deftones and the Mars Volta.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
February.
Dude, I would love the Mars Volta. I would love to see them live.
So my
Holy shit.
like best friend has been into him since I've known him
Yeah.
since we were like 13, and I've always like just never really given him a chance. I've always liked At the Drive-In, but now that I got tickets, I'm going through their discography and I'm like,
D-Louse, is it
shame.
D-Louse to Chromium or whatever?
D-Louse in the Comatorium.
Yeah, that one's really good.
album
Exactly,
is
dude.
So fucking
So
yeah,
good,
really good.
It's such a shame. I'm literally 20 years late. But,
My buddy was really into them and Tomahawk.
okay.
So I learned of both of those bands at the same
Right.
time. But yeah, I really like Mars Volta more than At the Drive-In. That's just me. But
Interesting. Okay, yeah. But seeing Deftones, I'm like, oh my god, what are they gonna play? Because I feel like they do still play things off of like
probably.
Fur and White Pony and like
They're probably not going to do Adrenaline in that era, but I could see them doing. They'll probably close out with My Own Summer or something like that. They got them.
The classics, right?
They're really good.
Yeah.
I saw Deftones. They were my favorite band growing up.
Oh.
So I saw them as many times as I could.
That's awesome.
And then White Pony dropped, and I was like, I don't like this album. I know. Trust me. I hate White Pony. I think it's a garbage album.
To this day?
To this day. I've tried to go back and listen to it multiple times, and I just can't. So, but Diamond Eyes, I think, is their best album they've put out. I think that's their best album they've put out to me.
Jake is reeling right now.
So
Chris and I connect on a lot of things, and we don't connect on
that's
a
fine.
lot of other things. But now I'm going to go home and listen to Diamond Eyes with
have you listened to it?
fresh. Yes, I have, but
Okay.
not in the context of like, okay, what if this is better than White Pony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, White Pony was too much of a departure from what they were.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't like this
I
direction.
can see that. Yeah.
And I've said, when I was younger, I was a lot more dumb with my music opinions. And I've tried to go back and listen to it with like a better, now that I'm older and more mature and like,
Same.
I'll listen to it again. Like I could have been fucking wrong. Like I was stupid when I was young. I get it. Like I wouldn't listen to Sing the Sorrow because it had electronic drum beats on it. Like that's how stupid I was as a kid. And now Sing the Sorrow is fucking fantastic. It's one of the best AFI albums they've released.
Segamist.
I think that's
Yes,
the only
yes.
AFI album I know.
Oh, it's dope. It's great. But I remember listening to it, fucking playing like EverQuest 1, Shadows of Lukeland came out with the
Holy
graphic upgrade. I'm like, what is this garbage? What is this shit? This isn't punk.
This isn't fun.
And you could fucking see me doing it.
Yeah, I can like just imagining like 14-year-old Chris.
Yeah, waiting like half hour for your spawn in EverQuest 1.
Oh, yeah. It was about between that and Dark Age of Camelot.
Yeah.
So
Dark. Oh, yeah.
I just probably just outed myself. That was like junior year of high school.
And musically, Meescha agrees with all of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I concur. I was going to say, you guys mentioned something about a pony, and then I was like, you know what? This week I dove into Chapel Roan, and she
Yeah,
has a
Pony
song
Club.
called Pink Pony Club, and I was like,
That's a
wow,
banger.
this slaps.
Nice, dude.
This
Yeah,
absolutely
she's got some good
slaps.
songs.
Damn.
She does, yeah. Emily really likes one of her songs, and then at the Mariners game, they were playing "Hot to Go," and
Yeah.
that was really catchy.
Hot Toes, yeah, it's not bad. Like I didn't like I said, there's one song I heard. I was like, the song sucks. I don't like it.
Yes,
And I was like, I don't like anything she does. I'm like, no, that's stupid. I need to go back and like listen to stuff. I tried to check out like Sabrina Carpenter because apparently she's another big one coming up. It's like, yeah,
She's okay.
it's like it's pop music. It's all sugary garbage to me. So I'm like, like the songs are constructed well, and
right.
like it's catchy in the stuff. But there's nothing here where I'm going to come back, but like I need to listen to this repeatedly.
there are songs, but there are Chapel Roan songs that I'm like, ooh, I cannot get into this. But there are other songs that I'm really into. I like the progressiveness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you have me hook, line, and sinker when you dress up like Joan of Arc. Like you got.
Oh, yeah.
I will follow
That was
you
that was
until
a pretty
I
good,
die.
good luck babe performance at the VMAs, though. I will say.
That was a song I listened to, and I was like, I don't
I
like
didn't watch
this.
that one. Okay.
I don't like the song.
I watched something on maybe like the Jimmy Kimmel where she looked like she was just like old Greg.
Nice.
Yeah, she had like a
Yes.
green
I
face
gotta
and
look
like a
this up.
cowboy hat.
I'm okay
I gotta
with
look
it.
this
It
up.
was, she wasn't dressed as old
Yeah,
Greg,
but I
but it was
mean-
like
I wish it
Old
was
Greg
old Greg.
adjacent.
yeah, it was maybe like a zombie cowboy. It was cool. I liked
I
it.
showed Amber Old Greg, and I think that and It's Always Sunny or not. No, I Think You Should Leave are the only things I've shown her where I think she thinks less of me afterwards.
Yeah.
Salad fingers.
Dude,
Try that one.
I definitely tried to
Yeah.
watch I Think You Should Leave with my girlfriend, and she like made it about 15 minutes in and was like, I don't like this. She's going to be really nice about it. I was like, okay.
And you're like, I think you should leave.
Don't worry about it.
Take a hit from the name.
Yeah, man, that's definitely a thing where like if it doesn't vibe with people, you can tell.
Yeah.
Like, right away.
And they're wrong. I think that's a
Oh,
really
yeah,
important thing
100%.
to name.
I felt that way when Cody was making me watch Nathan For You, and I was like, I hate this
Oh,
so much.
boy.
Play the next episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to see what else he does wrong.
I'm also surprised by people's dislike of Old Greg, being that is like the least weird thing on the Mighty Boosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, oh, that shit is fucking wrong.